Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Oh, I feel like we're back in lockdown all over again. Don't say those words, Lavoie. It's not going to happen. Welcome to another Secret Makeup Club live from my boudoir. Right, I'm going to just go straight to this bit and see who is watching tonight. Welcome if you've just tuned in. It is 7 o'clock. It is Monday. It's time for Secret Makeup Club live on YouTube and Facebook, where we discuss the best new products, new deals out there, makeup, skincare, body care. You know, I've been around the block. I've tried all the brands. I've worked with celebrities. I've worked in fashion, editorial, theatre, film and television. So I've been putting on my slap and moisturiser for years. And I thought in lockdown, we would start with educating the masses, and it's taken off. And we're back, and I'm going to keep doing it, even though, you know, we can go out now because I've missed you. Who is watching? Hello, Trish. Hello, Charlotte. Hello, Callum. Hello, Sybil. Hello, Darren from, Sybil from Washington State. I don't know why I did that, because, of course, that's what they do in America, isn't it? Random. Well, tonight we are going to talk something very, very, very exciting. Because, and I'm going to let a few people join before we dig in, but we're going to be talking about high definition makeup, how you can look as good as a filter without a filter. Thank you, Lavoie. Finally, cheaters, look at my new glasses. Thank you, Waitrose. Too early for a martini? Never. We're going to be talking high definition makeup. We're going to be talking some new self-tans, and we're going to be talking about the ultimate eyeliner that I have found that doesn't fade, perfect for flicks. It doesn't drop. It doesn't crumble. It goes on like a dream. It's the best. Are you going to use a teaser for your new lipstick? Maybe if you stick around to the end, I'll be able to give you some news on that one. This dress tonight. Well, do you know what? I was inspired by the new Cruella film. So I've got a bit vampy tonight. Look, we've got Lacey and Victoriana tonight. And I'm wearing the new MAC Cruella lipstick. This very, very, very dark one. And look, the lid is half black and half white. How cool is that? There is another one of this bright red, which I love. And this is called, oh my God, how are you meant to read that on black? Oh my God, I'm getting to that age where I'm going to have to put a light on my phone. No! I can't read that at all. Hang on. Oh, well, it's the darker one. Sorry, choking on my own talent. 1 second. Isn't that crazy? Fancy, right? Well, basically, I think there's two. There's a bright red one and a dark one, and that's the dark one. That's the colour. MAC Cruella de Vil. With this, and I popped on the top. It was a little bit too dark for me. A bit more colour. I've popped on, you wouldn't believe it, this bright pink lip gloss from MAC. Thank you for putting it on a silver label, called Forever Rose. Forever Rose. I'm going to give it one last ditched attempt. I think it's called Glamour Key, as in Anarchy, but Glamour Key. I hope it is, because if not, I'm having that name. Glamour Key. Oh, my eyes tuned in the end, listeners, didn't they? Screenshot it, then make it bigger. Sybil, is that the clue? Do you see, I'm getting to that age where I'm going to have font 57 on my phone just to read my WhatsApp messages. That is not good, everyone. Well, that's what I'm wearing lipstick-wise. And in here, this gorgeous shimmery eyeshadow is my double-ended ones from Huda. Easy. And I love these. This is this one, Matte and Metal from Huda Beauty. This end is a liquid lipstick, liquid eyeshadow. It's matte. And it dries and sets. And this side is a shimmer, which you put over the top. So it's great at giving you that cut crease, spotlight eyes. I don't need to use that, use a P. Louise eye base or a concealer to cut my crease. I use that liquid because it's brilliant. This one is called Double Pump Latte. Double Pump Latte. Who needs that in their life? Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Glamour Key is the name. Lisa, you see. I need people like you to Google. People who have got the time. I haven't got the time to be Googling things that Lisa wrote there. Right. Tonight, I want to talk about something. I got this You remember in lockdown, I got the new Apple iPhone 12 Pro Max, little shot of Judy there singing on the front, in this gorgeous blue. And it's the most fabulous phone for videos, photographs, memory. I love it. However, I was not quite prepared for the HD camera quality for makeup, for selfies, and I hated it. The first time I got it, I thought, it shows everything. It shows texture. It shows every smidgen of imperfection, pores, wrinkles, dry skin, stray hairs. And I was like, oh my God, this is awful. And it took me ages when in fact I went back to my iPad for filming because I was like, don't know how to use this, can't stand it. Since then, I've just diluted some of the settings on the camera, which make it brilliant. But I was drawn in by something. Kryolan, you know Kryolan, which of course do all the stage makeup, did a Zoom call with me to say, can we show you our new digital complexion foundation? So that is what we are talking about right now, is this. Kryolan digital complexion, a makeup range entirely made for high definition. So your skin can look as good as a filter and not show texture, open pores, fine lines, and not give you textured skin. And if you don't know what I mean, take a picture with a high definition camera and you will see what I mean. So we're going to talk about this first, the fluid foundation in digital complexion. Upside down. So this is what it's called, digital complexion fluid foundation by Kryolan. Now, why have they made this whole range? It comes in cream foundations, liquid foundations, concealers, neutralizers, powders, correctors. What is different about it? Okay, without getting too complicated, when you have particles in normal makeup, they're like spheres. They're like glass balls almost, but like in half. So they sit like scales on top of each other. So when you put them on, it looks very, very smooth to the naked eye, to the human eye, and you look like you've got really matte, not matte necessarily, sorry, perfect skin. What happens with the light? Okay, when you take a picture with a flash, because they're spherical, the light bounces off them and can go back into a camera. So you'll get what you might think like a hot spot. So if you ever took a picture and you didn't think you looked that shiny, you had makeup on, and you see white forehead, white down the nose, flash on the cheek, it's like a hot spot, they would call it in photography. And that's because the makeup is reflecting the light back and you're getting white. And that's what happens in high definition, is it picks up the light, reflects it back, white, or you get texture, you get hot spots, you look sweaty, you look hot, not good. With this, the particles are all different shapes and knobbly edges to them. How can I describe it? A bit like a rock or a bit of coral or something with loads of different edges to it. And it's like that. Okay, let me turn this light down a little bit. It's like that. Can you see? So it's like at the surface of the moon. Okay, and what happens is when the light hits it, sorry, this camera's mirrored. When the light hits it, the light reflects off in all different directions. You like that? That was the light reflecting. Therefore, it doesn't reflect back to the camera and you don't get white spots, hot spots. You don't get texture. It tricks the light into disguising open pores, fine lines, dry skin. So you get an appearance of looking much more flawless than what you would with regular foundation. Is that making sense? Is that making sense? So this, and do you know what's clever about this, girls? It just fell off the table. Is it's self-drying in terms of it slightly dries in itself. So you don't need self-setting. So you don't need to have a powder. So if you're prone to open pores or fine lines, or you don't like powdered skin because it gives you more texture, you don't need it with this foundation. It's a lovely liquid. It's silicone based. So what does that mean when it's silicone based? It means it's not going to soak into the skin. Okay, so it's going to sit on the surface of the skin, and therefore, you know, it's not going to give you breakouts. It's not going to block your pores, and it's just going to give you, you can put this on with your fingers, a sponge, a brush, whatever you want. It's going to give you the most amazing skin finish. Can you see? This is it here. Can you see? So it's really buildable. It's not, it's like a medium coverage, I would say, but you can build it to a full coverage. But it's silicone, so it glides on. It is high definition, so it's not going to give you texture to a high definition camera. Can you see close up? I'm sorry, Kryolan, but that is a beautiful, beautiful foundation, and it has transformed my ability for high definition. So you're probably thinking, well, I don't work in movies and television like you, Lavoie. Why do I need high definition makeup? Pictures. How many? We're in a selfie nation. Filters, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, your picture, 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 picture. And I guarantee you, the cameras are not going to stop where they are now. They're going to get more advanced, more advanced, more definition, more definition. So we need to be ready. If you're on a night out with the boys or the girls and you've got that foundation on and it's selfie time, you will look the most flawless, and it feels like a second skin. Because it's self-setting, there's no powder on there. You're not layering too many products. Your skin still looks like skin. You've got no texture to the camera and you don't feel cakey at all. Now, for drag queens watching, you can use this over the top of your Kryolan paint sticks. I asked them this question when I was on my Zoom call with them. I went, hang on, hang on, hang on. Some of us need a bit more than a medium buildable fluid foundation. So you can go over with your Kryolan paint stick like you would normally. Then with a beauty blender, I would use personally, or a brush, you can put this over the top. And what's that going to do? It's going to give you coverage. So it's going to be even more coverage than what you're used to. But also, it's putting that layer of those knobbly particles all over your face. So when you're picture ready, you're still high definition proof, even though you're wearing a paint stick underneath. So you might, yes, I am wearing it tonight in drag. This is what I'm wearing tonight. And you can see how my skin still looks like skin. It's got no texture to it. It's still, it's set. It's got no powder on it. It's amazing. Genuinely is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. As always, all of the, very scientific. Thank you, Lisa. It's true. All the prices and the links to these are in the comments above. As always, ask me a question by a personal message if you want to. I'll try and answer them all. But not only do you, in the range comes a liquid foundation, there also does a cream foundation. So if you're prone to slightly more dry skin and you want more of a thicker coverage, or if you're not a fan of liquid foundation, you want more of a cream, and you feel like that's a bit more nourishing for your skin, there comes in a cream. It's exactly the same science behind it as the liquid. And you know what's good about these, guys, is they come in an olive range, a pink range, and a yellow base range. With Kryolan, there is so many shades, but it's really easy for you to pick. So you need to work out, do you have a pink undertone, a yellow undertone, and more of an olive undertone? And what have they done? Olive undertones start with an O, pink start with a P, and yellow start with a Y. So simple. And then you can pick your shades that you work along. They mirror the other foundation that they do in the old paint stick range. So if you're wearing a paint stick, drag queens already, you can ring them and say, I wear this. What's the color in digital complexion that matches? They will tell you. On the website, you can message them. You can contact them directly. I used this liquid for my base, and I got the cream in D34. My color, guys, is 016, more of an olive base. D16, which is darker, and I got it darker because I use this for my contouring. So this is through here, under my jawline, down my nose, across my forehead, blended in beautifully. It's self-setting. I don't need to powder it. It's also got coverage, so I'm contouring and adding coverage into those areas as well. What if you look as white as I do? What colour? Lorraine, I would definitely say you're a yellow undertone. So I would go for a wine. I'd go quite light. Regina, did you get the shades? This one is 016. And my contour is D34. So my contour that I normally use, if it's not Tom Ford, is Lin, L-I-N, in Kryolan. Can you see that? That is the shade I sometimes use for contouring. So I got Lin. This isn't Lin, this is D34, but it's the same colour as this, so it matches. Then, what else do? They do concealers, they do correctors in exactly the same technology. So you can have Neutraliser, concealer, foundation, contour, everything. They do also do a finishing powder, but it's not designed to be a setting powder. It's designed just to finish If you are particularly oily through the T-zone, then you really want that bit more of a matte finish to your base. So I got the Digital Complexion Neutraliser in DCN 43. Check me. And I use this clicky pen as my highlighter. Let me turn my light down so you can see this. Oh my God, it looks like Tipex. It's not that white. Okay, and that is my highlighter shade. Because you can go really quite dramatic. That really does look white. I swear that is not white. I'm going to blend it a little bit. So, foundation here. Contour in the cream here. And the highlighter here. You're going to be like, Lavoie, it looks like kabuki makeup. That is the difference of the 3 shades I use, okay? Quite extreme. But once this foundation is blended in, and then once your highlighter is blended in on your high areas, sorry, I can't see, I can't do the mirroring thing. And then once your contour is blended into that foundation, can you see how that is? Not that, no, just blend that a bit more. Quite a gradual from a tan to my skin to my highlight, but it's relatively natural, but it doesn't look it when you first put it on. So I've got the highlighter through here in that sort of triangle shape in the center of my forehead and around my jawline here to really bring my jaw out. Contour lifts my chins. Contour here brings that out. Contouring when I smile gives me that share. Ooh, that line, I really can't do the mirroring anymore, is my contour. That is not a natural contour of my face. That's not a good cheekbone. I don't have good cheekbones. That, when I do that sort of, is my contour line, highlighter, contour, highlighter. Gives you the share face. It's marvelous. So this comes in normal concealer colors, you know, for under the eyes, for anywhere you want, for blemishes, so you don't have to use a dramatic highlighter shade if you don't want. And it also comes in this, which is brilliant if you are really prone to under eye darkness. Okay, it's DCN 45. Some of you might remember about me talking about bright orange for under the eyes, and there's a color called D30, which is great for under the eyes, and D32, which is also great for more of an olive Araby darkness, and also good for covering tattoos, D32, to get rid of that greenness. Sorry, it's a clicky pen, it's brand new. I'm just clicking this up. And this is the corrector. So this is the equivalent of a D30 in Kryolan, a bright orange. Now you're going to be like, why would I put orange underneath my eyes? It counteracts the darkness if you're prone to darkness before you put your concealer on. When you blend you a tiny bit, when it's blended in, it just lifts any sallowness from underneath the eyes. Then you can go on top of the concealer. It is incredible. And they also do a green one, which you're going to be like, oh, it's so 80s, but it really is wonderful. The green one through here, if you're prone to rosacea, redness, acne, through this area, then the foundation on the top. Oh my God, it's going to give you the most immaculate base. Which Tom Ford do you use? Do I have my Tom Ford here? Mark Tussler is asking. It's a contour and highlight compact. I don't think it's here. I don't think it's here because I did a makeup job the other day, and I think it's in my kit in my costume store. Ah! No, it's not there. So that is a Kryolan Digital Complexion. Mark, it's a half a highlighter, half a contour in a cream. It is one of my other videos, so I will be able to send you that name. But let me just look at your questions. How do I work out if I'm a yellow or pink undertone? I know it's a stupid question, but I don't know. Alison, it really is as simple as trying to look at your skin. Like, and you can see in this light, I look more yellowy as a base color than pink. So if you are ginger, for example, you're going to be more of a pink tone normally, or if you're very, very blonde. If you look at your skin without any makeup on, I don't mean when it's red or out of the shower, but or your arms or your inside of your arms, do they look more pink or more yellowy? If you're really in doubt, go to a makeup counter in any department store and they will help you. So if you are the skin tone of, I can't do it like that with celebrities. I can't think. It's too much. Too much martini. But it's a really hard question to answer, Alison, without seeing you. Maybe send me a picture and I can maybe try and tell you from that. Okay, let me move on to Skinny Tan. Right, remember we did our self-tanning time. Okay, the weather's getting nicer. We're all going out. We haven't been abroad. We can't go abroad. We might thinking, I don't have the legs for shorts or skirts. My arms are out. I'm pasty. What can I do as a quick fix? I was ahead of this months ago and you're all not listening to me going, oh, I'm going to look orange and I haven't self-tanned. Now, but you're all wish you were. And if you were listening to me and you bought Vita Liberata, Skinny Tan, Saint-Tropez, well done. Dove, we did all the gradual tans. I'm now going to talk to you about some actual self-tans that are not gradual, that you put on the night before and you will wake up like a week in Ibiza and looking immaculate. And this is wonderful. Before I go any further, I do want to say that the products tonight were given to me by the brands. They were gifted. It's sponsored by them, but I'm not being paid for them. So I'm going to be completely honest with my opinion. Sort of paying me thousands. I'd say, oh, it's the best thing. We should have got to buy it now. But they still sent me them and I'm so grateful. So Skinny Tan have brought out, and I've tried this the last couple of weeks. It's wonderful. This. If you're pasty and you want to be tanned overnight, this. Okay, this is your Skinny Tan Wonder Serum. Okay, so it's anti-aging, it's hydrating, and it's got skincare ingredients as well as self-tan in it as well. Why is it called a Wonder Serum? Because it comes out with a pump like this. You lift off this little top and it comes out like a pump. I'm not going to put self-tan on my hand. And it's like a serum. It's lightweight. It's like a gel. It blends in beautifully. You are not going to have a thick cream. You're not going to feel like you've got a load of lotion all over you. It's really lightweight and it's iridescently bronze and long lasting. So what you need to do is put this on the night before, go to bed, wake up, shower it off. You just have a guide to it. So you will know when you put it on, you look quite brown, but that will shower off, so don't panic. What the guide does is helps you realize if you've got any streaks or patches or missing areas. The guide just makes sure you've covered it all on. My rule with self-tan is it's quite easy. As long as you haven't missed a bit, don't worry about it being streaky. If you've got a big bit you've missed, problem. If you haven't, then you're absolutely fine. So don't worry about self-tanners. I'm heavily tattooed. Will it send them a funny colour? No, not at all. It won't change your tattoos at all. Absolutely not. It's dyeing your skin. So I imagine your tattoo is darker than your skin tone in the green or black. So they're not going to be able to compete with that. They're just going to tint them. Ask yourself the question, do your tattoos change colour when you go on holiday and tan? No, they might get a bit more intense in colour. And that's all this might do. But it won't damage them or ruin them. If you want express and you don't want to, if you're like, I am going out tonight, I am pale, they do a Moisture Mousse Express. Okay. So can you see what it says on the front here? 1 hour left on and it's light. 2 hours, medium. 3 hours, dark. So you could leave this on for 3 hours and you would have the same darker tan as that. When it says dark, don't worry, you're not going to be, looking at unnatural. It's going to work with your skin tone. So this is a brilliant one for I'm going out tonight, I need to look tanned. It's a mousse, love a mousse. Put it on a mitt, rub it all over. It goes in instantly. You're not sticky. Do something for a couple of hours, shower it off, tanned. What more do you need? And if you want a really natural looking self-tanner that you can apply and walk out the door, you don't need to shower, be like the gradual tans we talked about. This has the most delicious coconut scent, and it is the Tan and Tone Oil by Skinny Tan. This is so nice. This is it here. Beautiful gold top. If you're on holiday, you're going out, you want to put it on your legs and your arms, it's an oil, so you're going to get that dry oil sheen to the skin. It's not sticky, it's not greasy. It's got a coconut scent, so you're going to feel like you're on holiday. You can spritz it on your arms, your upper body, your legs, whatever's on show, and walk out the door. And it will develop really slowly, really naturally, so you look more and more golden as the night goes on. If you're on a date, they're going to be like, who is this golden goddess? Why are they getting more and more beautiful the more I'm drinking? Okay, that's probably just what they say to me. But wonderful. So, Wonder Serum on overnight, develops beautiful tan like you've been away for a week on holiday. Stunning. I'm in a rush going out tonight. I want tan. 1 hour light, 2 hours medium, 3 hours dark. The Moisture Mousse Skinny Tan. I don't want to shower. I want to spritz something on that's got skincare that smells lovely. It's a gradual tan. The brand new tan and tone oil from Skinny Tan is incredible. Again, all the links above and the prices are above. None of them are ridiculously expensive at all. Can we have a word about something? Do you remember Nadine Baggett, gorgeous beauty editor, once said on a video, don't worry about self-tanning your back. No one can see your back. I slightly disagree. If you are wearing a strappy top or you are going on holiday and it's your first few days on the beach and you want to wear fake tan so you don't feel so pasty, they are going to see if you've got really tan front and then a milk bottle white back. So look at this. Now, this is fun. Skinny Tan, self-tan back applicator. So, bright pink. And look. Handle one end, handle the other end. What do you do? So, you can put the mousse as roughly on your back as you want, or you can put it on this. You can lay your mousse, your oil, your serum, and then you can go, I'm self-tanning my back, and it's going on evenly with a mitt. I'm sorry. How cool is that? How cool is that? To think of everything. It's bright pink. I mean, I just think that's something. It's super soft, so it'll give you the most streak-free, beautiful application. I think that is genius. And if you're worried about putting self-tan on your face or around any other areas like your neck, I often find the neck is a tricky place to blend in. You don't want to have that orange neck. They do this fabulous ergonomic brush, which is great for just getting in around the face, around the crevices, blending up and down the neck, so you can really shear it out. That's a little brush. I think that's slightly a luxury if you want to get that, but it is a beautiful brush. And if you are a regular self-tan wearer, that brush is beautiful at just getting all in those places where you don't want the orange lines, any overproduction of product stuck in any creases. It says you use this on creases. What creases do they mean? Where are people putting that with self-tan on? Don't answer. Okay, last thing I want to talk about tonight, beautiful people, is what? Oh my God, this. How can I forget this? This has changed my life. Okay, I found it really hard since Shuamura got rid of their liquid black eyeliner. Some of you might remember it. It was a brush in a pen, and it got an ink cartridge that you got to refill, and you got to fill it back up like you would a fountain pen. And it was jet black. It didn't fade. It didn't crumble. It was a brush applicator. It gave you the most amazing flicks. And it was discontinued. I went all around Japan buying as many as I can. They ran out. And I struggled because what I found is, and I'm not naming and shaming, I'm being entirely honest with you as I always am, I was recommended so many eyeliners. The Vivian recommended me the Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D. Great colour, great pigment. It is a sponge felt applicator. It's not a brush. Can you see? It's not. It's not the same. The NYX eyeliner, again, is a foam tip, all one thing brush. The difference with this is Too Faced Better Than Sex Eyeliner. The best name in the world. Yes, like a felt tip pencil. And do you know what's not good about those felt tip ends is, Elf one is a great example. I like this because it works, right? But what happens is the product doesn't get right to the end of the tip and that gets slightly dry. So when you're trying to apply it, you have to keep pushing to get the product to go along to the felt tip end. And then you end up with not a fine line, but a sort of a blob where you didn't want it. And you're trying to get a flick and a fine end. And then you're having to go and again and again and again and again. And then, of course, it just gets thicker and thicker. So you don't get sharp precision with a felt tip end. So the first couple of times you use them, they're great, but they're not after a while. This one, I went to Pat McGrath, tried theirs. It was a felt tip end. I went to Anastasia, Beverly Hills. Beautiful eyebrow pens and pencils, felt tip eyeliner. And it was the girl in Selfridges, London. Thank you. On Anastasia, Beverly Hills, she said, Lavoie, have you tried the Better Than Sex one at Too Faced? And I said, no. So I went there. It's a brush. It's a brush top, so it's got actual bristles. It is so black, and it has a ball inside, so you shake it so that the product gets along the brush. This is the best thing about it because they know that it dries out on the end. This gives you the most flawless lines. Hang on, I'm not even drawing on my hand. Flawless lines with the most minimal pressure. And it never stops giving. Can you see? And if I want to get a really fine line, look at that. So I can go along here and give myself the sharpest ended flick ever because this is a brush. Can you see? As opposed to going and going back in. Darlings, this has changed my life. I won't be without it. I bought 4 because I'm scared it's going to be discontinued or something. It's not. It's waterproof. It's easy glide. It says on the box, no fade, no crumble, precision, the really pigmented black, and it does all of that. And it's a really good price point. I think it's £18 or it might be £22. I think it's £18. It's on my comments above. But look at the blackness of precision. Please, if you haven't tried it and you struggle with eyeliners, with flicks, with precision, with dropping, I think it only comes in black. It might not. Go on the Too Faced website, have a look. Incredible. Last thing I want to talk about, and then we are going to wrap this up, is this. Lavoie's Pucker Up Pink Matte Liquid Lipstick is on its way. Finally, it is about to be distributed to me. I've had so many delays with this, with the pandemic, with all the COVID-19 stuff. And then just when it was about to happen, the Suez Canal problem really screwed everything over again. So all the cosmetic industry, along with so others, is really affected by all of that delay. And I am now next in line for my lipstick to be made and sent out to me. The formula is exquisite. It's matte. It's the longest lasting, brightest, hot pink summer lipstick you will want. It's bang on trend. It's got lime extract in, which is really hydrating. It comes with a lip liner. It has a sharpener on the end of the lip liner. And the whole thing is absolutely beautiful. I had a sample and I used it to death. So it is coming very, very soon. It will be available for pre-order. I've got a very limited run of them, and then I get some more. So I'll be doing pre-order. If you want one, get it on pre-order. It will sell out, same as my red one did. And then it'll be a really long delay for I can get more. This will be a permanent line to the Lavoie makeup range. We've got the Ooh La La Red and the Pucker Up Pink. Very, very exciting. And coming up very, very soon is On the Lash Mascara by Lavoie, which will give you the most lengthening separation, defined lash, ultimate extreme black, and will give you the best looking lashes ever. That's coming up even later. The reason why I'm saying it now is because the people that watch to the end get all the perks, but Pucker Up Pink will be coming very, very, very soon. And it is so pink. It's pinker than this. This is the MAC one, but this sort of fuchsia pink, and it is beautiful for summer. And if that pink scares you, put it on, blot it off, mix it with a gloss, mix it with a lip balm, pat it on with your finger. It will stay all day. It's mask proof. It will not come off on your mask. God forbid we don't have to wear them much longer, but it won't. Any questions for me before we wrap this up tonight? It's been such a joy to be back with you all. So as I said, the links are all above for the Digital Complexion by Kryolan, all the skinny tan beautiful products to make you golden and bronzed for the summer ahead. And of course, don't forget, it's better than sex, and it really is, Too Faced eyeliner in black. Looking forward to the mascara. Pink would suit me more than red in lipsticks. Well, there you go, Mandy. There you go. Made that for you especially. Cheers, everybody. Happy Monday. Oh my God, I've just dripped that all down my cleavage. Will it stay on with a gloss on top? Julie, the way a liquid matte lipstick works is it has to set. It has to set, and that's how they stay on. You don't get the transference because they dry without drying your lip. So they don't transfer on things. If you put a gloss on, of course, you're keeping it moisture. So it's impossible for anything that's glossy, whatever the brand, to not transfer. So if you're not eating, drinking, it will stay on because you've got the pigment of the matte underneath. If you're drinking, eating, wearing a mask, it will come off. So my idea is don't wear a gloss on your lipstick. And that's for Matthew Stevens. Always. Always wearing gloss, these boys. I think it makes them look sexy. Well, I've got nothing else to say, really. It's encouraging, isn't it? This is my website for all my theatre tour tickets. I'm in Milton Keynes very, very soon on the 3rd of July. I'm in Brentford very, very soon again on the 25th of June, about 2-3 weeks' time. So I'm there, can't wait for that. And of course, Brighton Theatre Royal is on sale now. You can get all of it. Go to my website, click on the tour. And I would love to see some of you live. We spent too long doing this down a camera lens. Can we do it live, please? Will we see a Lavoie eyeliner? Absolutely. Do you know what I do? I find the best. This at the minute is the best. And I send it off to my little scientist friend and I go, find out what's in this. Make it as close as you can without me being sued. And then my eyeliner will be as good as this. Same with my mascara. I am obsessed with the Charlotte Tilbury Push-Up Lashes Mascara. So I'm working to make it as close to that as possible without stepping on my lovely friend Charlotte Tilbury toes. So none of these are cheap made, untested, untried, and does not come without the Lavoie knowledge of makeup, which I have. And if I wear them, they have to stand the test of time on lights, sweat, for cameras, meet and greets, and hours of jumping around to Tina Turner. So if I still look good in them, you will have no problems. And that is my swear on any of my makeup stuff I bring out. I got my tickets for Nottingham. Can't wait. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Lorraine, for booking Brighton. Did you see Boris in Chesham today? No, I didn't, Julie. Right. Lovely people. I will see you all very, very soon. Have a fabulous evening. Sending you lots of love. Tune into my radio show on a Sunday, 3 Counties. Come and see me live. And if not, share this video with someone that needs some makeup help. We all know someone. See you soon. Bye.